Okay, welcome everyone. I wanted to just give a little bit of a quick tutorial on getting to the faculty Enlight system that Trevor referred to so eloquently in his conversation that he had with me at the bookstore. And so there are a couple of different ways to get to it. As he mentioned, you could just go directly to facultyenlight.com and that'll take you to this book bag area where you can choose your course text and it'll ask you to sign in. You could also start back a few steps. If you go to the ltcc.edu site, click on resources, and all of this is subject to change, of course, if our website changes, and if it does, I'll try to do a new video. But just click on the bookstore right here, and that will take you to the ltcc.bncollege.com. If you click on here, login or sign up, it's actually an account for, I believe it's the same as, say, a student account if you do any shopping or purchase anything online. So if you log onto there, it will initially take you to a different place, not to Faculty Enlight. Once you get on there, you can click on resources, or from that site you can click on faculty resources and it takes you to the Faculty Enlight page. So just a number of different ways to get there. You can always bookmark this in your browser and that'll be easy to just recall that. So just be sure to put in your password, and if you haven't signed up, you have to create an account. It's very quick to do. Once I've done that, as you see at the top, it recognizes me. I have the option to sign out if I want. I don't need to do that. So there are mainly these tabs here are the ones that you would want to use for most of your book orders. And I have to say, I haven't used a lot of these. It looks like this is custom solutions and resources. This is about adopting books, digital options, affordability. The site I've used, or the tabs I've used, are the search, adopt, and history. So history will give you a sense of what's been offered in the past in terms of your book adoptions. So we can look at that real quick. This has the entire list. In my case, I am getting both Anthro and Soc since I'm authorized for those two departments. This will depend on your authorization. And as Trevor mentioned in his video, it's certainly fine to go through your department chair if there is one. Otherwise, you could order the book as a part-time faculty member. I'm fine with that. I often have faculty who will go on and do their own and send it to Trevor, and it works perfectly. So it's really fine in my opinion, but your department may vary. So this shows you the history of everything. You can view or edit that particular book. What I like to do is actually go to Adopt. And typically you're doing this by term, and you may only get 2 terms. In this case, you're just getting 1 for fall. And I've actually done all the book orders, so it's probably going to tell me that the order's already done. There is a menu here to scroll down to find your department, so I can just look at anthropology, and then I can look at my courses. It'll only show you the courses that are being offered, right? So it's only going to show you those courses. So I could click on Cultural Anthro 102. And I could click, this is Erica Worthland who's teaching it. I could click here and it's probably going to tell me that an adoption already exists, and I could hit yes to edit the adoption just to give you that demo today. I won't submit that new adoption, but basically here what happens is, and we just changed this text. This is an open OER book. It's freely available and you can purchase it from the bookstore, or you could do the online version, which is just very easy, the open educational resources. And check out my other video on Zero Textbook and open educational resources as well. So what I could do is I could edit this. I could choose a different book. And in this particular case, I always want to pick if it's required or recommended. In this case, it's required, and it's not showing me everything that is available typically on this screen, and that's because I'm doing an edit. And so I'm going to actually hit discard changes, and we'll just leave it as is because that's the correct book. But it's always key when you do the adoptions to make sure that you put in all that information and that you select everything it's asking for. So that includes, is the book recommended or required? Is it, one of the things that comes up is if you order a book and it's an old edition, it will actually prompt you, as I mentioned with Trevor. Like in this case, I think this is an older edition that we're using. So what'll happen is if you do that typically at the first stage or hit readopt, it'll ask you, hey, did you know there's a 4th edition available? Would you like to adopt that one? And you can choose yes or no. And then very typically there's a submit, and it'll say complete at the end of that. And I can't show you all that just because we're in the stages here of already adopting these textbooks. But I've really found that the bookstore and Trevor, they're very proactive. They react quickly. In fact, that book I was just showing you, the cultural book that we changed, we sent him an email and it was just really handled quickly. And so it's just great the speed at which things happen. So I think it's pretty straightforward. If you have any other questions that come up about Faculty Enlight or how to negotiate the Barnes & Noble website, let me know. Stop by my office, schedule a Skype with me, and we can have a conversation, and I can help you along the path of working on your book orders here at LTCC.